The GameCube era was weird. A lot of the strange ideas that came out of Nintendo during that time are still some of my favorite things they've ever done. This is when they decided to launch their new console with a Luigi starring haunted house simulator. This is when they decided to make one of the most timeless looking games, even though I'm pretty sure they knew it wasn't what people wanted at the time. It's one of the only times they ever published a R-rated horror game, but I want to go weirder. Much weirder. These are some of the strangest games from Nintendo's strangest era. I'm kind of in love with Doshin the Giant, this bizarre town builder game where you get to play as big yellow guy over here. He can walk around, raise or lower the ground, move trees and create flowers, and that's basically it. The gameplay isn't the star attraction here, but that's completely fine. This is one of those games you just marvel at for existing. It's so deeply strange in how it looks and moves that you can't believe it's even real. It looks like the type of thing you would remember seeing one trailer for years back and then never hear anything about ever again. The type of game you would see in a magazine trying to figure out what the gameplay could possibly be like based on the limited amount of screenshots you've been given. It reminds me a bit of that Mario 128 tech demo, something that doesn't look like a real game at all, but definitely can function as a tech demo for the GameCube. Look at these reflections! The goal of the game is to get these funny little guys to build you a bunch of monuments, but come on, be real. You know what's up. The true goal of the game is to just wander around and marvel at the fact that this doesn't even feel like it should exist, yet for some reason you can play it. Also, if you walk off the map, the map just stops and you fall and you lose 30 minutes of progress. One of the biggest collective sins of 21st century humanity is that we let Chibi-Robo flop. They even gave us a second chance. They made a sequel where he cleans a park. That's so fucking cute. Why did nobody buy this? I suppose it is kind of cool though, that this beautifully polished Nintendo platformer adventure game is largely unknown. I had no idea about any of the weird stuff happening in this game. Every little detail just delighted me. In the little world of this Japanese suburban house you inhabit, there's this in-universe tokusatsu show starring a character called Drake Redquest, a toy of which you can meet. He'll teach you his cool pose from the show, and you can then go walk around the house showing it to everyone, and they're all super impressed by it. There's also merch of him in the form of a toothbrush, which you can use to clean up stains all around the house. You can use a little zapper gun to shoot a hole in a window and escape to the garden. You can battle with toy soldiers, you can climb up electrical wires, there's these bizarre existentially terrifying bonus rooms with floating Chibi-Robo eyes in them. There's just so much stuff, and there's a good chance you don't know about any of it. If you want to go completely blind in a game that's genuinely up there in quality with some of Nintendo's greatest, then Chibi-Robo is a game you cannot miss out on. Walking around this mysterious house, not knowing what I was gonna find around every corner was an incredible experience.
Oh, I just completely forgot to add a falling pipes joke to the script.
I think I knew pretty much immediately Cubivore, Survival of the Fittest, was going to be a winner when I heard this audio design. On the surface, this is just a fun little survival game where you walk around as a cute character, slowly growing more and more limbs and becoming stronger. But if you look at it more closely, it's filled with all these bizarre decisions. The visual design is a lot of fun. I don't think you saw this square art style a lot back in the day. But then clouds or the sun will still have circles on them. It constantly contradicts its own art style like this. Even these little messages at the end of every level where your pig character talks about becoming bigger and stronger, he ends it with just like a realistic paw print that doesn't look anything like something he would leave behind. It kind of feels like the developers are messing with you. The story of the game is that the wildlands are being overtaken, but they're being overtaken by untextured squares. It's all just weird enough to work. Sometimes you'll look at what's ahead of you and think, I have no idea I don't know what I'm looking at. Every now and again you'll come across a training ground where you learn a new ability, which are all super weird by the way, but they look completely human-made with no explanation as to how they got here. There's even these half-pipe looking things that you roll around in to up your defense, which like, are these just like naturally occur here? What is happening? It's compelling. I haven't finished this game yet, but I definitely want to. I want to learn as much about this bizarre ecosystem as I can. Also, this is like, I don't know, maybe the best menu box I've ever seen.